The Galactic Council panicked. No, that's not a myth, that's a human battleship. Ambassador HFY of the Altarian Republic prided himself on his composure. In his 3 centuries of diplomatic service, he had witnessed the fall of star systems, negotiated peace between species that communicated through pheromone clouds, and once sat through a 14-hour treaty discussion conducted entirely in mathematical equations. Nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared him for the sight currently dominating the main view screen of the Galactic Council's orbital station. "That cannot possibly be real," whispered Council Speaker Thane, her usual authoritative tone reduced to a mere breath. The ancient Korthak's 6 eyes were fixed on the massive structure slowly approaching their position. The object in question stretched nearly 15 kilometers from bow to stern, its hull a patchwork of gleaming titanium steel, alloys and what appeared to be, was that duct tape? Massive cannon batteries jutted from its sides like the spines of some primordial beast, while engine arrays the size of small moons pulsed with barely contained energy. Most disturbing of all were the symbols painted across its hull. A grinning skull wearing what humans called a baseball cap, surrounded by text that the universal translator struggled to process. USS Murphy's Law, if it can go wrong, we'll shoot it first. "Sir?" squeaked Junior Analyst Pip, a young Centaurian whose nervous system was clearly not designed for this level of stress. "Our sensors are detecting over 4,000 separate weapon systems. The power readings are impossible." HFY activated his personal communicator with trembling digits. "Emergency session. All council members, immediate attendance required." Within the hour, representatives from 47 different species had gathered in the council chambers, their usual political posturing replaced by barely concealed terror. The humans had been members of the Galactic Council for exactly 63 days, and in that time, they had managed to completely upend every assumption the galaxy's civilizations held about warfare, engineering, and sanity. "Perhaps," suggested Ambassador Vorth of the crystalline hegemony, his translucent form flickering with anxiety, "we should have paid more attention to their application essay." Council Speaker Thane's aide quickly retrieved the document in question. The relevant section appeared on the main display. "Humanity respectfully requests membership in the Galactic Council. We promise to contribute to galactic peace and prosperity through our unique approaches to problem-solving, engineering, and conflict resolution. Please note, our military vessels may appear unconventional by galactic standards." "Unconventional," repeated Ambassador Kree of the Hive Collective, her compound eyes twitching. "Unconventional does not adequately describe a battleship that appears to have been constructed using children's building blocks and pure stubbornness." The communication array crackled to life, and a distinctly human voice filled the chamber. "Galactic Council Station, this is Captain Jake Mad Dog Morrison of the USS Murphy's Law. Sorry we're a bit late. Had to stop and fix the coffee machine. Again, requesting permission to dock." Speaker Thane found her voice. "Captain Morrison, your vessel is rather large for our standard docking procedures." A pause. "Oh, right. Yeah, she's a big girl. Don't worry about it. We brought our own dock. Jimmy, fire up the mag clamps and deploy the gangway." Through the view screen, they watched in horrified fascination as the human battleship literally grew a docking apparatus, extending mechanical arms that gently, almost tenderly, attached themselves to the station. It was like watching a mechanical kraken embrace a minnow. 20 minutes later, Captain Morrison strode into the council chambers. He was exactly what HFY had expected, roughly 2 meters tall, built like a tree trunk, and wearing what appeared to be a military uniform held together with optimism and caffeine stains. Behind him walked his senior staff, a mix of humans whose casual demeanor suggested they routinely traveled in 15-kilometer death machines. "Greetings, Captain," Speaker Thane managed. "We were not expecting such a substantial escort vessel." Captain Morrison scratched his graying beard. "Escort? Oh no, ma'am. Murphy's Law isn't an escort. She's just our diplomatic transport." The silence that followed could have been weaponized. "Transport?" whispered Ambassador HFY. "Sure thing. Had to downsize for the trip, actually. Command thought, bringing the inevitable consequence might send the wrong message. She's got twice the firepower and her own shipyard attached. Commander Sarah Chen, the ship's engineer, stepped forward with a friendly smile that did nothing to ease the growing panic in the room. The captain's being modest. Murphy's Law is actually retired from active duty. We use her for training exercises now. The weapons are mostly decorative. Mostly, squeaked Analyst Pip. Well, you never know when you might run into pirates, or black holes, or pirate black holes. Humans are very prepared for contingencies. Dr. Marcus Webb, the ship's scientist, pulled out what looked like a standard tablet, but was undoubtedly some sort of reality warping device. If I may, I'd like to present humanity's gifts to the Council. We've brought chocolate, coffee, and the complete works of Shakespeare. Also, blueprints for our basic defensive platforms in case anyone's interested. The tablet's display showed technical specifications that made several council members physically ill. The basic defensive platform appeared to be capable of cracking moons. Captain Morrison, Speaker Thane said carefully, might we ask why humanity felt it necessary to construct such impressive vessels? The captain's expression grew serious. Well, ma'am, it's like this. We looked at the galaxy, saw all the beautiful civilizations and peaceful worlds, and thought to ourselves, someone's got to make sure the bad guys know there are worse things out there than whatever they're planning. He gestured toward the view screen, where Murphy's Law dominated the view like a benevolent metal mountain. See, most species seem to think that being peaceful means being harmless. Humans figured out a long time ago that being harmless just makes you a target. Better to be peaceful and utterly terrifying. Commander Chen nodded enthusiastically. It's like that old Earth saying, walk softly and carry a really, really big stick. Ours just happens to be 15 kilometers long and equipped with antimatter cannons. As if summoned by the mention of weapons, the ship's communications officer appeared on the chamber's secondary screen. Captain, we're picking up some unusual energy signatures from the Void Nebula. Want me to go take a look? The boys in gunnery are getting bored. Stand down, Rodriguez. We're here for diplomacy, remember? Copy that, sir. But if anyone needs anything shot, we're ready. Ambassador HFY found himself strangely comforted by the casual competence of the human crew. For the first time since their arrival, he began to think that perhaps having humans in the galaxy wasn't such a terrifying prospect after all. Captain, he said, rising from his seat, on behalf of the Galactic Council, I would like to formally welcome humanity to our community. We look forward to a long and peaceful partnership. Captain Morrison's grin was infectious. Thank you, Ambassador. Don't worry. We'll take good care of everyone. After all, someone's got to keep the neighborhood safe. Through the view screen, Murphy's Law floated serenely in space, her weapons arrays powered down but ready, her hull scarred by 1,000 battles but still unbroken. She was a promise written in steel and fire. Mess with the peaceful species of the galaxy, and you'll discover what humans consider an appropriate response. The Galactic Council had indeed panicked, but as they watched humanity's diplomatic transport maintain its patient vigil among the stars, they realized they had never felt safer.